Alright, y'all, I'm finna blind react to another video. And this is when criminals outsmart the fucking police. And when I say, I seen probably about a good 2 minutes of this video, and I just had to react to it because, man, let's go.
On July 4th, 2024, a Maserati was pulled over for speeding, and what seemed routine changed fast. The trooper smelled
They finna
bag
cut out
and
all
half
the
unzipped
words.
and saw the driver shaking badly. He wrote down his name but gave a fake birthday, so the trooper used the fingerprint scanner. The moment the real identity popped up, the driver sprinted to the Maserati, fired up its 425 horsepower, and launched onto the interstate.
Okay, he taking off. My man said, you ain't finna get me today. Let's see how the police, he got caught. How do we get away from that? Boom, pick one over. I know he caught now. This gotta... This gotta be the worst police driver ever. I ain't never seen no police officer. You miss like 2 serious ass pit maneuvers. He in the Maserati though. He's supposed to be getting up there faster than that. And Nick cop look like he just is a regular crime. Oh, he hit the switch. My boy hit the switch
hit
on the
140 miles per hour, and then he did something wild. An unexpected lightning-fast dive on exit 27 at full speed.
Hey,
the trooper didn't expect it, but he reacted instantly and took the exit too. Even then, that Maserati created a huge gap in seconds, pulling away like a jet. But despite the distance, the trooper stayed locked in and quickly found him again.
Okay, he back on the Maserati. You can't lose that time. My boy doing a good job. I don't know what counter this is or what kind of cars y'all got, but y'all need to get them folk an upgrade, because this man in a basic Maserati and you in a patrol car souped up. I get some Maserati fans, but if our police can't catch up, if our police can't keep up with the basic cars coming on the shoreline, it's a problem. The police should have a way better pack. Oh, my boy hit the side again. He gone now. That's a wrap, my boy. He gone. You gotta stop.
Nearly 50 miles later, the Maserati pulled the same stunt. Another last-second high-speed exit at exit 12 with...
And let me say this, because it's gonna be so sensitive for. I do not condone what's going on in this video. I don't condone running from the police or none of that, but you gotta admit this shit hilarious. If these are the kind of people on our police force, which I get he was doing their job, but when you
zero
got the
brake
criminal
lights,
doing
the trooper knew matching
police,
that move would cause a crash, so he overshot the ramp, looped around, and tried to rejoin the chase.
That's a
But
wrap.
when he came back, the Maserati was gone.
Gone.
Troopers already had his fingerprints from earlier. They didn't need to find the Maserati that night. With his identity confirmed, they tracked him down and arrested him the very next day.
Fingerprints or not, my boy out
in Los Angeles, October 2025, a stolen Jaguar tied to an assault on an officer flew down the 10 freeway at 130 miles per hour. The driver weaved through traffic like he'd done it 100 times
going
before.
133
no panic,
miles an
no
hour
flinching, just smooth, confident driving.
Down the highway. And he ain't missing a
We're going to stick with it, continuing southbound 110 freeway through downtown LA. Next interchange is going to be the 10 freeway.
My boy Grand
Theft
Auto style.
Miles per hour, flying. This guy is flying past everybody. Now upwards of 100, pushing 100 miles per hour. Southbound 110 freeway.
I always wanted to do that though, not run from the police, but get in one of the cars like a Jaguar.
Even with heavy traffic, the driver pushed the Jaguar close to 150 miles per hour. slicing through cars like they were standing still. The helicopter
He
never
know what
lost
he
him,
doing.
but he was making the ground units work for every second.
And he
They
making
let
that
it go. He
ass
made
work
his way
for
into
real.
downtown
My boy
LA,
know
got on
what
the
he
101
doing.
freeway, then sped right through downtown LA, off the freeway, got onto the 110 freeway just a few moments ago, and again, flying at upwards of 100 miles per hour southbound on the 110 freeway. They lost him momentarily. Now, as I mentioned, that helicopter has a visual once again, but right now there's nobody behind
My boy
this
squeezing
Jaguar.
in
Now, we
now.
believe it's a stolen Jaguar. We know there's obviously a driver in there, but unclear whether there's anybody else in there with him at this point. But trying to squeeze through. Gonna squeeze through here.
So damn right.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay. Is he caught? Yeah. This is where he probably finna
East on
disappear.
Manchester.
Yeah, he hit
East on
them brake lights.
Manchester,
He done.
under the 110 freeway.
He hit them
Now
brake lights.
moving away
My
from
boy
us
is up
here. He's under the freeway,
bridge.
under the overpass, right? He did not come out the other side. Did not come out the other side yet. This is always a tricky point. It's always a telltale
Helicopter
sign if
point,
they're
look
looking to
at
dump the vehicle. Sometimes they will stop under the freeway. He's out of the vehicle. The vehicle's
My boy
rolling. The
done
vehicle's
dumped
rolling
the
into the
vehicle.
intersection.
That's
He is
a
on foot
wrap.
under that freeway.
He hopped out. Look, my boy hopped out the car, got under the bridge, hopped out the car and left the car rolling and had the
The
helicopter
overpass,
fool.
and there is nobody behind him. He may
He
very
gone.
well walk
Ain't no
away
catching him.
from this crime. Now look at this. That Jaguar
The
is moving on
helicopter
its
focused on
own.
the. This is the worst helicopter. He focused on the car that the dude jumped out of. You ain't trying to record if the man ran out under the bridge or nothing.
Bumping into
My
that
boy
van.
left the car
This is
going
incredible.
and driving all.
That driver's seat, by my observation, is empty, and now that Jaguar is coming to a stop there in the middle of the intersection at
Damn.
Manchester Boulevard.
Right as the Jaguar slipped under the bridge near the 110 freeway, the
gone.
chase took a sharp turn. The driver
that man
jumped out
gone.
mid-pursuit, leaving the car rolling forward on its own. A few seconds later, it came out the other side, with the helicopter still locked on, but the driver's seat completely empty. Officers swarmed in, but there was no one to catch. That
And the
high
officer
IQ move
chasing
saved the driver.
car. This gotta be some California shit. The police chasing the car. To hell with the person that jumped out. They chasing an empty car with no driver.
And to this day, no arrest has been reported.
Try and open it up. Try and open it up.
He trying to stop the
okay,
car,
it's
and you got
open,
a
and
whole
here it comes to an end.
You trying to stop a car that a suspect jumped out of. You more worried about the car stopping, and you could be having you got a convicted carjacker
To Paul.
on the loose,
Shucks, he
and y'all
says.
chasing the empty car to stop it.
Trooper Brady thought he was dealing with a standard runner on September
Oh, they
13,
passing something through the
2024,
window. They
pushing
know
his
what they
cruiser
doing.
to the absolute limit. To
They
keep
done
pace
brought
with
both
the
of their
fleeing
cars
Dodge
side
Charger.
by side
But this wasn't a
on
solo
the highway and
The
passed the
script
package
completely
through the
flipped
window.
when a Porsche suddenly jumped into the fray, pulling perfectly parallel to the Charger's
Bro
passenger
pulled
side.
up in the Porsche
Right
and
there
gave him
at
a
terminal
package.
velocity, the two drivers pulled off a coordinated window-to-window handoff. We only have fragments of the original dash cam footage, but what happens next is
And they
wild.
in the charge. And he got the dope. My boy running from the police with the dope stick on the back. Oh shit! Oh,
The Charger's trunk
shit.
suddenly flew open.
Wow. Check this out. They on the high-speed chase, right? My boy running. He got a Porsche pull up on the side of him, get him a package. The Porsche take off all the way down the highway. They gets down the highway. Let's see what
a
these
literal
folks finna
booby
do.
trap. A massive dump of oil right onto the asphalt.
Wow. So they on the high-speed chase with the police. A Porsche pull up beside them, hand them a package through the window, and pulled around the exit, and they threw oil out the trunk. This gotta be the #1 getaway ever. These folk pour oil out the trunk of the car. And the trooper
Brady's
slid
cruiser
both
hit the
ways.
slick and
That's the
instantly lost
smartest
all
shit
traction.
you could ever do. Them
Spinning
folks
completely
threw
out of
oil
control,
out the
the
car.
patrol car crashed hard off
And
the
if
highway.
anybody don't know, oil is one substance. I don't give a damn what kind of tires you got on your car. Oil is one of them instant. Soon as you hit it, you lose the control. That gotta be the smartest. Whoever this is and got away with it, boy, I'm gonna give y'all an A+. Y'all folk threw all out on the police.
Leaving the trooper sidelined in the
y'all get an A+ for that one,
abruptly
boy.
shut down, the Charger
I
and its
would have never
Porsche
thought of
Escort
no shit
simply
like
vanished.
that.
You'd expect to see oil slicks and coordinated getaway
I
teams
guess
strictly in a
real
Hollywood
criminals
theater,
out
but
here,
these
'cause
guys
I would've
actually
never
pulled the
thought
entire
about no
stunt
shit like that.
right on the interstate. This
My boy
ASP
threw
trooper
all out
almost
the
lost
cover.
his job that night chasing a red Chevy Camaro. It all kicked off when Corporal Clayton McDonald spotted the muscle car flying down Interstate 430 with temporary drive-out tags. Instead of lighting him up right away, the trooper tried to play it stealthy to keep the element of surprise. But the suspect knew exactly what was in his rear view.
Oh, he right
The driver
there. I see
made
him,
sure
I
to
see
play
him.
directly on the trooper's
Okay, let
ego,
go. First
baiting
person
the
view.
officer into a
Yeah,
high-stakes
hey, that trooper
cat-and-mouse
keeping
game
up, though.
that forced him to push his cruiser to a staggering 147 miles per hour without emergency equipment just to close the gap.
147. That Camaro getting somewhere. I had a Camaro too. That thing getting somewhere. Trooper doing their thing though, keeping up. Light them up. There it is, them cherries. They hit him with the cherries. What he finna do? Oh, he getting them. Oh, he hit the X. Oh, the trooper keeping up. Hey, the trooper serious. The trooper serious as hell. He keeping up with his ass. That man jumped out the exit at the last minute and the trooper was right down. But that Camaro jet too fat. Why are we putting our police officers in cars that are not faster than the standard cars that's on the road? It is nowhere in the hell that our police force should be in cars that are getting outran by Camaros or any car. The police should have the #1 package of all packages in their car. How the hell you got a civilian with more power than the police? That's crazy. That trooper keeping up though. Oh, my man done hit him. My man done hit him. He finna lose him in the traffic. My man finna lose him in the traffic. Jumped off the exit on him. No, he didn't. He stayed in there. My man weaving through traffic. If I ever do anything, that's my driver right there. Now, my driver's the guy who threw that oil out. What the hell is going on? What are you gonna do? Man, y'all telling me this kind of action going on in the world? I guess that's why they got the internet. My man gone. They had 109 miles an hour when he still ain't on the Camaro.
The Camaro driver had tried everything to lose the tail, but this trooper was somehow driving even more recklessly than the suspect through the insanely busy traffic. Realizing he was dealing with an officer who wouldn't back down, the driver came up with a genius and high-risk move to force an end to the chase. While clocking 120 miles per hour, he abruptly swept from the far left passing lane all the way across the interstate to dive bomb the Woodrow exit. It was a dangerously smart play that completely boxed the cruiser out with zero chance to follow. The Camaro vanished into the night, leaving the trooper in the dust with a 10-day suspension and a seriously broken ego.
They suspended the officer. This man put his life on the line to chase this Camaro, and he got a 10-day suspension for reckless driving. So you mean to tell me a police officer, and I get why they gave him a 10-day suspension because he pursued him with no lights and was driving in and out of traffic because he was trying to hope that the Camaro didn't know it was him. But this is in Kansas City. So you mean to tell me in Kansas City, if your police officer is chasing somebody and they didn't put on their lights as soon as they seen them, if your police officer chasing somebody on a high-speed chase trying to get this guy off the road, your response to him is suspend him for reckless driving. You suspend him from reckless driving, and he wouldn't be driving reckless if he wasn't chasing a reckless criminal. I don't ever want to move to Kansas City, boy.
This one didn't end with speed.
That's
it ended
the
with a
third
chest
police
move that
officer
hit
that
pride
ain't got
harder
ghosted
than a
on.
pit ever could.
Oh, my boy
On April
coming through the
14th,
red light.
2023 at night, ASP Trooper David Robinson spotted a racer Dodge Charger coming out of Little Rock and locked onto it. Lights came on, adrenaline kicked in, and the chase was on.
Racing. Uh-oh, he on the highway. That's why all long get away with, on the highway. This the third trooper, I believe, so let's see if this police officer got any luck in catching a criminal. And he gone. I don't even see the man brake lights no more. What are we training? What kind of people are we training, bro? I can't even blame them for real. Why are our police slower than the average civilian? Oh, I thought that was him over there. I don't even see him then. Is that him with the brake lights? That's him with the brake lights? No, that's somebody pulling over. Where the hell did he go? I don't see what it man seeing that. If I was an officer, I'd be toast cut.
After merging onto the interstate, the Charger pulled a high IQ move no one expected, not the trooper and not even many viewers. He slid into the far left lane and slowed down.
Hell yeah,
the
he
trooper
got
blew
me.
right
That boy
past
hit
him
the
without
brake
realizing
light.
it was the Charger.
That man pulled the ultimate move. That boy, that guy in the far left lane after leaving the police, slowed all the way down, and the trooper went past him. About 3 miles and then tried to turn around and come back. Now, you should be suspended.
The trooper pushed up to 130 miles per hour,
You
hoping
should
to find
be
him
suspended.
ahead on the interstate, not realizing the Charger was already miles behind.
My boy.
On March 28, 2024, in Little Rock, Trooper Killian spotted a black Honda Civic riding too close with a paper tag. This wasn't your average Honda.
Don't
the
tell
second
me the
he
Honda
lit it
Civic
up, the
faster
Civic
than the
roared to life, blasting past 113 miles per hour.
My boy, y'all struggling with the Honda Civic? Come on, man. A Honda Civic, you should be able to pit him before he get to anybody and be dangerous. These folk getting left by the Honda Civic. Out of all the cars in the world, you letting the Honda get you. These folk letting the Honda Civic get them. My boy ain't giving up though. Hit the lane. Oh, that Honda Civic. Oh, he slowed down. The police getting left by the Honda Civic. Wow. Wow.
Flying toward a red light at 100 miles per hour, the Civic didn't even hit the brakes. It slid between two cars, missing.
These folk just let the Honda Civic, not a Porsche, not a Maserati, not even a Charger. Them folk got left by the Honda Civic hatchback at that.
Them by inches. One risky move saved the Honda Civic that night. After cutting its headlights and slipping into the dark streets, the car vanished. Trooper Killian chased until Woodrow and Asher, but the Civic was gone, forcing the officer to call off the pursuit. On Clayton County streets, a Black Hawk deputy spotted a Dodge Charger Hellcat.
Oh, Clayton County, this is not this Georgia, this where I'm from, Clayton County.
With a suspended tag. The second he tried to pull it over, the Hellcat punched it, roaring past 700 horsepower, leaving Black Hawk scrambling to keep up.
If you ain't catch the Honda, you ain't catching the Hellcat, I promise you that. It go down in Atlanta since I love. Oh, my boy gone. I don't know, because Atlanta got them charges too. Atlanta got the charges. So let's see. Let's see. He getting in there. Oh man, my boy pushing that Hellcat. how fast they going. I feel like I'm riding with the police. Let go. Oh, he made the right or wrong move. Oh yeah, that's Atlanta for you, boy. It's hella traffic. That's Atlanta for you. Jonesboro Road. The boys on Jonesboro Road.
Both sides pushed hard, but the
what
Hellcat's raw speed was untouchable.
I know exactly what he at, and he gonna get away, because right when you get around Jonesboro Road, he got like 5 different directions.
At over 700 horses, it tore through county roads like a rocket. The deputy had no chance. The Hellcat smoked him and disappeared. A week later, the same Hellcat ran into Georgia State Patrol. Everyone says, when the state boys show up, it's over. But this time it wasn't. Blue lights lit up. The Hellcat flew.
Oh, they done caught him again. That's how they is in Atlanta. He probably round around in a hot box. Them nigga probably hit a lick or stole that car. Let's see. Second time. He beat him the first time. Let's see what he do the second time
Troopers
around.
couldn't reel him in.
I got my money on the Hellcat. They ain't keep up the first time. It ain't gonna happen this time. And my boy know it. That's why he riding around the city. He ain't worrying about you getting behind. But everybody had their day. It's gonna be that day. Oh, my boy in the residential. And he going down the wrong way, hitting the speed humps like they ain't there. I guess the speed humps are not serving their purpose. My boy burned them on the highway, and he burned them on the residential. Man, he hitting it. Y'all
Two
need to fix them
legendary
streets
units,
in Atlanta.
Blackhawk and GSP, both left in the dust. The Hellcat remained undefeated, a muscle car ghost on Georgia
That
Highway.
man, second time around, first time he beat 1 cop. Second time he beat 2 cops. Man, my man is
Proving once again that sometimes horsepower
and he gonna
wins.
keep round around Atlanta.
This chase is proof you don't need a NASCAR build to outrun police. Sometimes all it takes is creativity and a little risk. On April 15th, 2023, ASP Trooper Thomas Hubbard pulled over a Ford Explorer for speed.
Okay, now they in the Ford Explorer. Please don't tell me the Ford Explorer finna get. If the Ford Explorer get away from these folk, man, I don't know what else to say.
The stop was calm at first. Polite talk, no tension. The driver gave a fake name, and while the trooper walked back to check it, the Explorer suddenly floored it and took off.
Ford Focus versus the State Trooper. My boy played it smart.
At around 100 miles per hour, the Explorer pulled off something nobody expected. At the last possible second, the driver cut hard for a right side exit, threading past a semi by inches. It was smooth, risky, and perfectly timed, the kind of move you don't expect from an Explorer. That single decision blew the chase wide open. The trooper lost him. The search came up empty, and after about 4 minutes, it was called off. The driver was never found. The Ford Mustang 5.0 is practically a purpose-built getaway machine, pushing 480 horsepower straight from the factory and easily clearing the 500 mark with a few basic tunes. It's an absolute nightmare for standard patrol cruisers. In the middle of the night on May 3rd, 2026, a trooper spotted a glaringly familiar sight, a bright orange 5.0 running fake tags. This wasn't just a random traffic stop. This was the exact same car that had left this very trooper in the dust just 1 week earlier. The moment the blue lights flashed, the Mustang didn't hesitate. The driver was more than ready to run it back and embarrass the officer all over again.
These folk really out here living like we in Grand Theft Auto for real. Somebody recording it.
Eastbound passing Chest right now, speeds are 70, real traffic. Well, this pursuit to keep coming up towards Red Rock now, speed 80, no traffic.
How did he get away? He's playing with y'all for real. How y'all think he
Down
gonna
Scott,
get
by state police. Speeds right now are 40, traffic's light.
This is crazy. Here's
The
last
tight
one
city
of-
streets were just a warm-up. The second the Mustang cleared the on-ramp and hit the open interstate, the trooper's chances went from slim to absolute zero. Now off the leash, the driver dropped a gear and let that 5.0-liter V8 do exactly what it was built for. The patrol
T4.
cruiser was instantly
Y'all keep fucking around. These folk gonna stop producing these cars with all that power. Watch what I tell you.
outclassed, fighting a hopeless battle against the Mustang's raw torque and top-end speed. In a matter of seconds, the suspect put literal football fields between them, a brutal, high-speed disappearing act that allowed him to vanish into the darkness and humiliate the exact same trooper twice in just 7 days.
Damn.
In Little
He
Rock,
got you
Arkansas,
twice.
a Corvette C6 turned the night into a nightmare for troopers. After slipping past 3 units, another trooper locked on as the chase hit full throttle, pushing speeds of 135 to 140 miles per hour.
20, lit him up, he's taking off. We're gonna be 30 eastbound.
Oh, that's a Corvette. You ain't catching him. You might as well get out and look. You're not catching him.
I didn't get that 28, stand by.
I can't even see him in the screen. You're not
Vehicle
catching him.
description, charges, speeds, traffic.
You're not catching him at all.
30 westbound, direction 30 eastbound, speeds 135. It's gonna be calling Corvette. So I'll let you out. The 28 in a second. Light traffic.
The Corvette flew through highway construction zones, swerving around barrels and dodging traffic at impossible speeds. At 120 miles per hour, the driver made a daring move, sliding past a car in front and shooting into the right lane.
When they said Corvette, I knew y'all
Go
wouldn't
on
catch
left,
him.
in Bearfield.
That man that made the police red.
30 eastbound, 114.
The trooper had no time to react. He clipped the barrels and slammed into an innocent couple's vehicle. Meanwhile, the Corvette
Damn,
disappeared
y'all
into the
finna
night.
get paid.
Another
The
chase
police
where
gonna
Arkansas
pay y'all
State
off.
Police were left empty-handed. On April 20th, 2024, an Arkansas State Police trooper pulled over an orange Dodge Charger RT outside a Popeyes on University Avenue after spotting a temporary tag that looked freshly printed but didn't line up in the system. The driver stopped, shifted into park, and
That
played
one
it
ain't
cool.
finna happen, I
But the moment the
promise you.
trooper stepped out and closed in on the Charger's
That
window,
ain't happening.
the driver hit the gas. Honestly, a smart move that created a massive gap right from the start.
He waited for my man to get out the car and walk up to the passenger side. You hear me? He was out of there. He was out of there.
Supercharger RT clearly wasn't stock. It moved like a modified setup, likely pushing 500 plus horsepower, and it showed as the driver hit around 130 miles per hour in seconds. But instead of staying on the highway, he made a smart move, ditching the wide roads and cutting toward narrow streets, knowing ASP troopers were already getting the radio call and setting up ahead. The trooper eventually lost sight and had to back off. That night, the driver didn't just run, he outthought ASP, staying ahead of every call going over the radio. With fake tags and no trail to follow, he vanished clean, leaving troopers empty-handed and owning the night. On August 17, 2024, in Little Rock, ASP trooper Brandon Walker was cruising when an SRT Jeep blew past him at insane speed, nearly clipping two cars in front of it. Walker hit the lights immediately, and just like that, the chase was on.
Off the radio.
The SRT Jeep pushed 150 miles per hour in a 65, blasting through reds and dodging traffic at ridiculous speeds. Walker struggled to close the gap, but never lost
It may have been ridiculous, but he got gone. I knew
sight of
that.
him.
And it's still true. Why? He's gone. Yes. The search is over. He's gone.
I'm running parallel with you.
He's gone.
We're going around like the beginning of the road.
Man, in the SRT Jeep, you ain't even playing. Who training these cops?
At around 80 miles per hour, the SRT threw a hard right turn. Its big brakes saved it, but the trooper almost slid into a light pole trying to follow. The gap exploded instantly. With storm lightning hitting Little Rock, Walker pushed back up to 100 miles per hour, searching for the Jeep, but it was already long gone. When fleeing suspects see the Blackhawk unit, most of them wet their pants. But on October 13, 2024, this biker with a funny, weird helmet embarrassed some of the most brutal cops in the country and played with them. It all started when multiple 911 calls flooded the dispatch center reporting a group of bikers weaving through heavy traffic at dangerous speeds. The Blackhawk unit and sheriff deputies quickly jumped into the mix, narrowing their focus and locking onto one specific rider who was making the busy streets his personal stage.
Approaching Norman Boulevard.
Y'all lost this before it started. He on the motorcycle. Couldn't catch a Hellcat. He didn't catch a Hellcat. My boy got the money here. My boy's running around the crotch right.
The chase turned into a literal cat and mouse game at a gas station. Rocking a helmet with giant mouse ears, the rider began joking with the troopers, looping the pumps to stay just out of reach. While deputies tried to box him in, his friends filmed the entire stunt for a cool Instagram reel.
That officer mad here. That man said, get your ass over here. Officer mad. Playing with y'all, bro. Oh, that's Old National Garby Road. They out there playing.
Go, go!
That's Old Nasty Atlanta once again. That's the A, man. And they know who it is too, saying his name on live. Look at they get away. They think that shit cute. He getting up out there. He getting up out of there. Julio getting up out of there. Thanks to y'all, we know his name now. Yeah, they by the Burger King. That's the Old Nasty. I used to go to that bar. You know, that's Old Nasty. He ain't finna catch him. Traffic. Oh, that's it. It be so much traffic on Old National right now. That's it, bro. He gone. He gone. He hit a U-turn. They up there by the crew with the Popeyes and all that. Now my boy going down Old Nasty.
The Blackhawk unit might have flawless driving skills, but they were fighting a losing battle against the evening gridlock. The rider cooked the deputies by weaving deep into a sea of cars until those mouse ears were nowhere to be found. With the visual lost and zero chance to close the gap, the unit was forced to terminate the pursuit. Because the bike carried no license plate, the unknown suspect successfully ghosted the most elite unit in the county, and the driver was never found.
Ali said it, even the greatest gotta suffer sometime.
In Arkansas, there's a legend about one Dodge Challenger, a car that's become the stuff of bad time stories for troopers. This silver beast had already outrun police before, and now it was back. Legendary trooper Jacob Byrd, one of the most skilled drivers in the country, found himself chasing the Challenger as it thundered down Interstate 30. But even Jacob Byrd was not able to catch this ghost Dodge.
Baddest driver y'all got, can't catch him. Yeah. See, we got too many people out here in basic cars that can outrun our standard police force. So if they go shoot somebody, we can't even guarantee this why a lot of people don't get caught, because the police can't catch them. Y'all spending all these tax dollars on mansions and parties and all this, and our police can't even keep up with the basic crimes.
driver pulled his signature move, blacked out the headlights. At nearly 161 miles per hour, the Challenger became a phantom on Interstate 440, slicing through the darkness. Bird's radar confirmed the speed, but the only trace left was the fading echo of that engine. Bird chased it off the interstate, down Forsh Dam, and into the back roads of Fraser Pike. He searched every turn, refusing to give up, but the ghost Dodge had vanished.
Hey man, did a car go through here?
Get that 28.
He asking people.
You said he did not come this way?
Somewhere in Arkansas, that V8 still roars across empty roads, but to this day, not a single trooper has been able to catch it.
It's crazy. I guess that's it, y'all. That was the video for today. To me, it was quite interesting. I got to say one thing, man. Our police force, the governors, the senators, whoever y'all live, man, y'all got to step it up, because we can't be out here amongst people who can outrun our police. If they can outrun the state troopers, we got a problem. But this was a blind reaction, man. This was an interesting one. So as y'all know, I'm going to catch y'all on the back end of another one, man. So when I get my next one that catch me, y'all will know it, because I'll be right here to post it.